You've seen them. We all have. Those absolutely explosive, game-breaking touchdowns that just live on the highlight reels forever. But have you ever really stopped and wondered what actually makes them happen? Well, that's what we're going to do. We are going to peel back the layers of one single play, bit by bit, to find the hidden architecture behind a truly spectacular score.
Right there. That's the moment. That's the call that makes every highlight reel. Touchdown Seattle. It's the peak, the glorious end result. But you know what? For us, that's where the story begins. We're going to start at the finish line and work our way backward to figure out how a play like this was even possible.
So yeah, how does a play like that actually go down? I can tell you right now, it is never ever just one person's brilliance. It's more like a hidden chain reaction, right? A whole sequence of perfectly executed little moments that create one massive opportunity. Let's go find out what those moments were.
Okay, first things first, you gotta have the context. Look at the situation here. It's 1st and 10. This is the starting block. This is the moment where the offense has to make something happen, to build some momentum. This isn't some throwaway play. It's a statement, and believe me, every single player on that field knows it.
Which of course brings us to the million-dollar question. I mean, when you see the final run, it looks like a wide-open highway just appeared out of nowhere for him. But we know football doesn't work like that. That space didn't just magically materialize. It had to be engineered. So, how? Who designed this thing?
Well, the answer, as it turns out, doesn't start with the guy carrying the football. Nope. It starts down in the trenches, with the unsung heroes of literally every great running play, the blockers. Their job is brutal, it often goes completely unnoticed, but without them, this touchdown is just a nice idea.
And for this specific play, everything, and I mean the entire touchdown, it all hinged on what two players did on the very edge of the line. The entire fate of this play was in their hands before the running back even took his first step. No pressure, right?
So who are we talking about here? Who are these two guys? Well, on one side you've got Barner, the tight end. And on the other, it's not a superstar, not some household name. It's an undrafted rookie. Think about that. A player fighting tooth and nail just to keep his spot on the team, who now has to execute his job perfectly for any of this to work.
Now you'll hear commentators use a phrase like, they were winning their blocks on the edge. That's a key piece of football jargon, and all it really means is they took their assigned defender and just completely took them out of the play, sealed them off from the runner. It's this violent split-second battle of pure leverage, and on this play, it meant everything.
And here it is. This is where it all clicks into place. The rookie, he gets his block. Barner gets his block. That's two separate individual battles won that instantly combine to create one tiny crucial seam. That's the little bit of space. This right here, this is the foundation of the entire touchdown. But look, creating that tiny sliver of space, that's only half the battle. An open lane is totally useless if the guy with the ball can't do anything with it. And that is where the star power takes over.
It really is a perfect two-step dance. Step 1, the blockers use teamwork to create the opportunity. Step 2, the star runner uses his talent to turn that tiny opening into 6 points. One simply cannot happen without the other. It's a beautiful thing.
The commentator just nailed it with this call. He is just electric in the open field. And that word electric, it's about so much more than just being fast. It's about vision, it's about that explosive burst of acceleration, and the pure, raw instinct to turn a tiny seam into a massive game-changing touchdown. That's the X factor.
So when you look back at the whole thing, you realize this touchdown wasn't just a Kenneth Walker highlight. No way. It was a highlight for the undrafted rookie. It was a highlight for Barner, the tight end. It was the perfect marriage of selfless, disciplined teamwork and just pure, explosive, individual talent.
Which kind of leaves us with one last really fascinating question to think about. In a perfect play like this one, what's truly more critical? Is it the careful strategy and the selfless teamwork that creates the chance? Or is it the rare, electric talent of the one person who can turn that tiny crack into a canyon? It's something to chew on the next time you see a big highlight.